tonight we're going to the first event of the Plush Party Dirty Vegas 2025. It is their meet and greet event, and this is the 4th year they're hosting this at the Ahern Hotel. So we just got to the overflow parking at Sahara Hotel. We're about to go down and catch the shuttle. Apparently it's a big red van that you can't miss. We are eager to tell you how it goes once the night's over. Stay tuned. So that's what we did. We headed down to the entrance of Sahara to wait for the big red van that would take us to Dirty Vegas over at the Ahern Hotel. 10 minutes later, this red van pulls up, and suddenly this group that had been sort of dispersed sporadically came together. It was interesting getting into the van with this group of people who were really dressed to impress. You know, it made you start to think about like, what's going to happen later on in the night? Where is this going to go? So it was a really like energetic environment as we were heading to the event itself. The trip over was just a couple of blocks, and then we were headed to the lobby of the Ahern Hotel. I'd never been in here before, and it wasn't like immediately clear where the party was at, but we did manage to just basically follow the group of people who rode the van over, and they definitely knew where it was at, so it was an easy find. The party on the first night was actually on the 2nd floor. As we came around the corner on the 2nd floor, we knew we were in the right place. The party was held in their bar venue / convention center area, I guess. And the venue itself was really, really good. There were 2 bar areas, this really big dance floor, seating, and then just lots of places for people to walk around and mingle. There was a lot of energy. There were a ton of people here. I think there were like over 300 people at this event the first night. While there was a lot of room, like everything was still packed. It was a lot of fun. This was actually the pre-party night of Dirty Vegas. This was their meet and greet event where you could sort of just get your lay of the land without having to jump into full on debauchery. Also, I want to go ahead and just let y'all know that this was the least packed night of the party with 300 people there. So I was super nervous because I am, until I get used to a situation, I'm super, super shy. But once I got the lay of the land, AKA we did manage to have a few Red Bull and vodkas. We loosened up and there were a lot of people to meet and talk to. It was a lot of fun. Oh, and before we go any further, do me a quick favor. If you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe so I can bring you back to Dirty Vegas next year. I'll be honest, these events are a little bit overwhelming and it can be really intimidating just talking to people. So the Red Bull and vodka definitely helped in that situation. But honestly, lifestyle people are literally some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. It was probably all in my head that I was nervous. Once we'd been there for a few minutes, it was easy to talk to people and just kind of see where they were at and what they were, doing at Dirty Vegas. This was our first Dirty Vegas, but we'd been told by some friends of ours that you could walk around the floors of the hotel after the party ended and see some pretty wild stuff. So that's what we did. And they were exactly right. We did see some pretty interesting stuff. Check my website for more information on that. Eventually it was about 2:30 in the morning. We were tired, so we decided to head back to the Sahara and call it a night. Great first night. I love Las Vegas. Lifestyle is so nice. I met so many new friends and I cannot wait to come back tomorrow. Y'all all in there. So nice, so witty, so respectful. If you guys are wondering if the Plush Party is worth it, come to Dirty Vegas. You'll have a blast. Now cut to sober dinner. This is night 1 that we just finished. Now we are on to night 2, and this is the wear your glamorous netting fishnet attire. Chase and I had gone to the Love store earlier this week and found a few outfits that I thought would be perfect for this occasion. Ultimately, we decided to go with the Dream Girls outfit, and I think it was a solid fan favorite crowd pleaser. These dresses are basically single use and fairly inexpensive, so they're perfect for a party like this. You don't necessarily feel bad if something happens to it, but it's definitely cute. Back to the Sahara Park, down to the front of the lobby, and now we're waiting for the red van to take us back to Ahern. But y'all, this party was so different than the first night. The amount of people increased by like 5x. There were 1,500 people at this party, and it was incredible. So many cool people, so many outgoing people that just want to come up and talk to you. We had a really great time. This is a shot from the second floor looking down. Chase took this shot around like 10:30, I think, and the party went on until 2 a.m. So what can I say about Dirty Vegas Friday night 2025? It got wild. There were so many people, so many different groups, and honestly, as soon as the clock hit midnight, people started to like dissipate amongst their groups and head to different after parties. One of the really cool things about Dirty Vegas is that the entire Ahern hotel was taken over essentially. Everyone that was in the hotel was only there for Dirty Vegas. The rules were pretty liberal, if you get what I'm saying. As long as you were following, don't be a butthole, don't smoke. The rest was pretty liberal. People went from room to room, floor to floor. It was a very fluid situation with a lot of responsible people having fun. Security was everywhere, but it was very clear they were there to make sure the event was protected and they weren't harassing people. It was really great. The couples at the party were really attractive. There were a lot of really fit people who obviously took care of themselves and pride in how they presented themselves. I know people in the lifestyle could sometimes get the rap that it's kind of gross at things, but this is not that situation. Like, everybody was here ready to show off themselves in the best possible light. Lots of tourists and out of town people. We met tons of people and made lots of friends that night. And initially I was a little nervous about being in my fishnet dress, but the second I walked into this venue, I was like, I'm overdressed. It was really cool seeing people express themselves in such a unique and non-conforming way. By 2 a.m., there was like nobody left on the dance floor. The people that were there had lost more and more clothing somehow. Spectacular, it was awesome. The elevators were flooded with people going from floor to floor again, except this time it wasn't 300 people, it was 1,500 people. So that was really interesting to see as well. What did Chase and I do at Dirty Vegas? Well, that's a story for another site and another time, but I will let you know that Dirty Vegas was 10 out of 10, and we will definitely be back next year. I hope you guys like my story about Dirty Vegas. Obviously, I can't say too much about it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this video specifically. All right, y'all, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
What you heard about me? Everything I'm doing, you wanna bite me. I'm the prototype, you wanna get like me. Ain't no Gucci on my body, but I'm so icy, Blue jeans, white tee with a crew neck. And my dope boy fit like it's 07. From the base side, live with a car slide. Clubs in the clubs, we still outside. Shawty, pop it, gum. Took a blue one, see us.